Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Persona 3 FES. Previously, the typhoon passed by and it did knock us out for a little while, making us lose a couple of days of our extended break. Fortunately, we were able to make up for that by completing another social link, the Bookworms couple social link of the Hierophant Arcana. And we explored the next section of the Zaya block in Tartarus, stopping at the next Guardian floor. Today, with my party now completely organized and ready for this next battle, we will take on the next Guardian of Tartarus, one that I have not been looking forward to for some time, as I've mentioned recently. But before we start, I have a slight confession to make. This is actually the second time I'm recording this boss fight because stupid me did not hit the record button when I was doing this the first time around. In hindsight, it really wasn't that bad because the fight that I did the first time around didn't turn out to be the best thing I ever created, so I guess hindsight's 2020 on that. But it did make me have to go through Tartarus all over again, or at least this next section of Zaya, and I did have to do some persona fusing off screen in order to make up for that. So this is gonna be why my equipment might be a little bit different, or the party's equipment might be a little bit different as well, or if my levels are different. That's why things will be a little inconsistent going forward, at least for the time being. But like I said, I did have to make some fusions off screen to make up for my stupid mistake, and here are the fusions that I created. The first persona I fused was one we haven't seen yet, called Saki Mitama. This was a persona I was planning to use in the upcoming boss fight, but I was not able to get the skill I wanted in order to be prepared for said fight. I combined Vlaros and Vazuki in order to create Saki Mitama, and despite all my grinding, like I said, I was not able to get the skill I wanted. So to make up for that, I had to do some more fusing. There was one point where I had to make some room in my Persona arsenal for fusion, so I just randomly fused together Hanuman and Ganga in order to create Taraka. This Persona got guaranteed 5 level ups since we did complete the Hermit Social Link, but there was nothing in its move pool that I was really concerned about in order to keep Taraka around. Another Persona I created was one that I thought would be a worthy candidate for this boss fight. By combining Saki Mitama with Lamia, we can create Dominion of the Justice Arcana. This persona also got a guaranteed 5 level up since we completed the Justice Social Link long ago, and it got Zioka and Mazioka out of the deal, which will make it a very good elect user going forward. But this also did not get the skill that I was looking for to be prepared for this fight. So I had a third candidate in mind. By fusing Flaros, Shiza, and Barrett together, we can create Thoth, all of the Hierophant Arcana. Like Dominion, Thoth also got 5 level ups since we completed the Hierophant Social Link recently, and it also got Zioka and Mazioka. But, most importantly, it got the skill that I was looking for called Medea Rama. This is basically a better version of the Medea skill we currently have, which will moderately restore all of the party's HP. And this is the skill I've been looking for to be prepared for the upcoming boss fight because it will be very, very handy to have during this fight. It's also worth noting that you need a request item from Elizabeth, which you did acquire long ago in order to fuse Thoth in the first place. So if you don't have the request item yet, be sure to complete that request in order to get this item, otherwise you will not be able to fuse Thoth at all. Not to mention, you also have to be at a substantial level in order to try and fuse this persona. So with all that taken care of, it's time to go for the boss fight. I have Junpei, Shinjiro, and Ken ready for battle. Well, physically I mean. Mentally, I don't think I'm ready for this because let me tell you, this fight sucks. so much. You have no idea if you've never played this game before. Vendors of this game will know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's head to the center of this guardian floor and meet one of the more notorious bosses of this game.
It seems like it's exceptionally strong. Its arcana is the magician.
Exceptionally strong is the best way to put it, Fuka. This is the sleeping table, and it is level 50. It can nullify strikes, strong to pierce, slash, and fire. It also can use Hama-On, so while Koromar would have been advantageous since this thing can use fire attacks, the Hama-On spell would nullify Koro altogether. So I want to equip Bob, because I'm gonna play the role of healer for the most part of this fight. This thing has nothing to do with electricity spells as far as I know, so we're gonna start things off by using a elect spell. But before I do that, actually, I should fiddle with my tactics a little bit. So no matter what Shinji does, he's probably gonna go for a strike at some point, which will be nullified by the sleeping table. Junpei, I think he'll have a conserve SP since his fire attacks won't be that useful in this fight, and Ken can do whatever he wants. So let's kick things off with electricity attack. What makes this boss so notorious among Persona 3 players is that it is known for having high defense and have a huge damage output as well. So even if you try to grind for as much as you can up until this point, chances are you might not be ready, especially if this is your first time going. Thankfully this thing went for Hamon for the first move, so nothing bad happened to us yet, but I am prepared for the worst. This boss also has an ability that can inflict fear called Evil Touch. It's a Baragi Knight coming into play, and you can see how much it already hurt us from a simple Baragi Knight. Baragi Knight is a heavy, multi-hit fire spell, so it's basically a stronger version of the Baragi I currently have. Ken was able to heal himself up. At Junpei, he did that. Maybe I should switch him up to full assault? If I have that? Yeah, I do, because he will provide support if he does that. I guess I will. I'll have to risk using fire attacks because this thing is strong to fire spells. But that's gonna be the risk I'll have to run with that. I do have Megiddo with Bob, but like I said, I'm gonna play healer of this fight since I'm the one that has the diorama. Even Yukari, for how much she got stronger in the last expedition up until this floor, she does not have the ability to use Baragi, not Baragi Dime, but diorama yet.
Can't do a damn thing.
Shinji, why are you waiting? Supposed to go on the offensive. I have you here because you're in great condition. Maybe I should fiddle with his tactics too, so he can attack no matter what.
He's not doing so well.
Yeah, I know, Fuka, I know. Well, let me just fiddle with Shinji first. What can he do? Conserve SP won't do any good since he doesn't use SP attacks at all, at least outside of, I think it's Evil Smile, I think. Let's try full assault on him as well. Maybe that might force him to attack no matter what. Though I'm not counting on it. I'm gonna use the diorama again. You can see how much it heals everyone up at the same time. This will be an advantageous spell to have in this fight. A very worthwhile spell having this in this battle too. So before I was being interrupted, like I said, this thing can use Evil Touch to instill fear. And we already saw what fear can do. If anyone's afflicted by this ailment though, this thing can use something called Ghastly Will, which can instantly kill anybody that is inflicted with fear. Not to mention that the sleeping table also has fear boost, so the chance of us getting afflicted by this ailment is greatly increased. And here goes Megiddo as well. And there goes Ken. I was not expecting to survive since he was not running on that much SP. Shinji, what are you doing? I swear the first recording he was active in this fight, but he's not attacking at all. Maybe it's because he only has striking attacks. That's probably why. Come to think about it, I never leveled up Shinji enough to see if he has other physical property attacks that he can use, so that's kinda bad. Oh no, that's not good. I did have to use the rest of my revival beads to get to this floor because there were some points of the expedition off screen that wasn't doing so well for us. Probably should have gone for making Dola first. Yeah, I should have done that. So not making Dola a diorama because it killed us. Well, this fight didn't turn out as better as the first time I was recording this, because I did die. Though I was expecting to die at least once at the sleeping table. But now that I know that Shinji, he just stopped for some reason. I don't know why he did that. But now that I know he does that, I'll have to switch up my party a little bit. But who to choose? So, since Shinji doesn't feel like fighting all of a sudden, which is very weird because I remember him being active the first time I was recording this fight, I decided the best candidate will be Akihiko as the replacement. If things don't work out here, then I might switch up to Yukari. We'll see how things play out first, but it sucks because that means we just lost a member that cannot have great condition at all. It's the reason why I brought Shinji into this fight. Ever get pounded by the Miragi died early on. No idea why Ken decided to go for a Hama spell. It's kind of a dumb move for him to do. Now for me to play healer and use the diorama. So I haven't gotten over everything that the sleeping table can do yet, because like we've seen, it can be deadly, but I don't think we've seen the full extent of its deadliness yet. So we saw that the sleeping table can also use Megidola, which is a stronger version of the Megiddo attack. Oh crap, I got feared, that's not good. What means this thing is primed to use, it's primed to use a ghastly will on me, and I got paralyzed so I couldn't move at all.
Still alive.
I just hope this thing doesn't bother to use ghastly will next turn, though I think it will. Yep, there it is. And I'm dead because I was feared. Well, at least we got to see Ghastly Will in action. But I don't think it ever killed me that fast before. Which is saying something because the sleeping table is stupidly powerful. Turns out I didn't plan ahead far enough because there's one more element that I neglected to get. So by combining Hanuman with Elagor, we can fuse Succubus of the Devil Arcana, a social link that we did max out recently. It's gonna get the skills Barakion and Revolution. The latter is the skill that I want Succubus to learn. And Miragion is just an extra bonus since this thing can already use Akidai, which is very powerful to begin with. Why not just try to have a multi-fire attack as well on top of that? But like I said, the thing I want to have Succubus in with the most is gonna be that Revolution, since it can increase everyone's crit rate tremendously. And as far as I remember, the sleeping table never does melee attacks whatsoever. So this could be very advantageous to us if we're able to get a crit off. Because if you're able to knock this sleeping table down for an all-out attack, it can lose up to as much as a third of its health from what I read up. And I was able to get it down for a couple all-out attacks in my unrecorded fight. So it can be helpful, it's just a matter of trying to get that thing taken down to begin with. They can learn Null Light too, which is a weakness of its. That's good. But what to get rid of? I don't think I'm ever gonna use Sexy Dance with this thing, so we're gonna think about an ailment boost. And replace it with Null Light, so this thing officially has no weaknesses at all, which is great. I think that's the first persona we ever acquired that has that. I'm not too sure about that. I decided to switch out Akihiko for Aegis because I just remember that Akihiko's melee attacks is strike based. So that probably would not have been helpful if I want to get this thing down for an AOA. And this thing started off strong with that stupid Mickey-Dola attack. We see that could be a huge detriment to us if we're not careful. Everyone's focused on healing up. That's be my job. I don't want any of you to do that. So I'll switch over to Thoth. At the very least, since everyone healed up, that means that they'll be strong enough to withstand another attack from the sleeping table, no matter what it does. So it was HP back to near max, or at max, and just as I thought, they used Dola again. But that means everyone's gonna take this turn to heal up once again, which is what I don't want to do, or what I don't want them to do. At least Junpei was smart enough to try to go on the attack, but he ended up missing. Typical. Okay, let's fiddle with everyone's attacks, or tactics rather. I want Icus to be on full assault. Ken, you got diorama, so I'm sure that could be helpful. So you'll be on act freely, and Junpei, you're on full assault too. I want to be the healer for the most part of this fight. Okay, everyone's HP back up again. I don't think I can survive the next attack that he will dish out. Yeah, that's what I thought so. And it killed everyone but me. Okay, come on, this is getting ridiculous now. What is going on with this fight? I swear I was having a much easier time when I was first fighting this thing. Maybe I should have kept that unrecorded fight after all if I was recording that. I don't think no matter what I do, I am boned. Oh, brother, let's do a Megiddo to teach this thing a lesson, because none of us have attacked it yet. Unless it's the thing that's a Hama-on, then I think I am screwed. And there's that fear. But at least I get a chance to actually make a move. So let's see, do I have any disfears? Do I have any thing that can dispel fear? I got Mipatra. But is there anything else that I could use? I don't want to use items that can, in its full essence, use for the entire party. I guess I'll live with no choice. I got nothing else. Great. But Mipatra for one. How pathetic is that? And there I go. This is just starting off really terribly. I was expecting to die this thing at least once in this fight, and this is the third time I think that it's killed me. Oh, brother. Okay, we're back to this again. I got everyone's crit rate up with Revolution. And this is what I was hoping that thing would do in the first turn. Hama-on. Well, that means Junpei's gonna go for that stupid kill rush. At least he's still got double fangs, which is a piercing attack. And why'd you do that, Ken? That was not gonna work, but Aegis! Yes, Aegis! That's exactly what I want you to do. Let's commence with the all-out attack. If we got this thing down, it's to lose a tremendous amount of health. Okay, there wasn't like a third, but it's a good start. I think that's the best start we've had to this fight to date. Alright, I'll switch over to Thoth now since we got everyone's crit rate up. And I'm gonna try my hand at a slash attack. That didn't work out. And there's twice it did Hama now. Okay, this is good. So far we're getting lucky. Junpei! That's the second time you missed. Come on, man. You gotta stop doing that. You're in great condition too, so you shouldn't be missing at all. Okay. Should I go for a slash attack? I got a good feeling about this one, actually. Okay, I got 2 hits in. That counts for something. And there's that stupid Miragi down attack that went off. Junpei, really? Come on, man. You're in great condition. You should not be missing this much. Unbelievable. At least I was able to follow up, and so did Ken. And I'm gonna use the diorama to keep everyone alive as much as I can, though I don't think Aegis is gonna survive this next attack. Unless this does anything else but an attack at all, which is good. So it missed that evil touch, which got the best of me in the last 2 attempts. Which hasn't happened in a long time, kind of think of it. I have not succumbed to a ghastly whale combo from the sleeping table in quite a long time. And it happened twice when I'm recording this. The one time I'm recording this too. How typical. Alright, I think this time I'll go on the Yoga attack. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I was contemplating about putting Agus into Orgia mode, but I still think it's too early in the fight to do that. There's a Meraki down again. Well, speaking of Agus, she went down after that last attack. At least Jubi finally got some hits in. About time, man. I think everyone's crit rate got reverted. Revolution only lasts for 3 turns if I remember correctly. And thanks to Ken healing me off of that, I can bring Agus back to life with a Bomb of Life.
System rebooted.
Honestly, maybe using Balls of Life in this fight would be more advantageous to use than using a regular Revival bead, because Bombs of Life can restore that person's HP up when they are revived. So I guess to be one exception, I will use a Revival bead outside like a story-driven boss fight. After all, the sleeping table is so hard to go through, like we've already seen. Okay, what can I do now? I'll go for a slash attack. I'll try to get a crit off of my own, but I don't think that's gonna work.
Igus is in trouble.
Everybody just got bodied by that Meraki down again. At least this thing's down to less HP now. Oh man, but I don't think everyone's gonna survive this next attack, considering half our party members are down to low health. So I'll use an item that can hopefully revive everyone's HP back to full health. I got a bead chain. Is there anything else I can use? That's not gonna work. That only moderately restores. That's just good as a diorama. Why not? I'll use a bead chain again. I swear I've been using this item a lot as of late, but this is the one time I'm happy to use it. We'll be prepared for whatever this thing can dish out next. And let's go for an evil touch, so I was worried for nothing. I actually got a little reprieve. My god, Junpei, come on, 3 times now? You're in great condition, you should not be doing this.
Eliminated.
Unbelievable, Junpei, I'm relying on you heavily because you're in great condition. That means you should dish out more damage than usual. Man, you're letting me down, man. Don't make me replace you too. Because I only have you here because of your status. That's the only reason why you're here. I also get more than one way to hurt this thing. But still. Anyway, just making the diorama, well, not making diorama, making Dolab. Get my attacks mixed up now. All the moves are mixed up. That's because I'm just so flabbergasted at how this attempt has gone out thus far. I guess not gonna survive this next attack, whatever this thing will dish out next. Okay, what to do? Should I use another bead chain? I don't want to use 2 in the same fight. But then this will mean I'll have to use a Bomb of Life if Igus still goes down. And I highly doubt this thing is not gonna use a non-attack maneuver, so... What the hell? Another bead chain. For all I know, I could be worrying for nothing. Okay, I wasn't this time. It did go for a Meraki died. Junpei, come on now. 4 times. 4 times. This should not be happening, man. I mean, you still have double fangs. Why aren't you using that attack? Maybe I should set out to conserve SP. At the very least, you can use double fangs. Which is what I think I will do with Junpei, since fire's not going to be that much of a helpful element in this fight. I'll at least set to that. Hopefully, at the very least, that will make the AI... force the AI to use something other than a simple slash attack. It's still a double fangs. He hasn't used that once in this fight. I'll go for a diorama. I'm going to take the chance and try to revive Igus in the next turn. Don't ask me why I'm doing this, but I think it's the right move to do. Alright, Junpei, please attack it. You know, this is why I had you on full assault, so you wouldn't do that. I appreciate the medicine, but I didn't want you to do that at all. You know, just for that, you're going back to full assault. Because I don't want you to be the healer in this fight. That's my job. I feel like no matter what I do, I think I'm gonna go down. The diorama again, why not? At the very least, I want to bring Igus back into this fight. Somehow, by some way. This Migidola though, and it hurt us so much. Junpei's able to stand up though, thanks to that status ailment, not status ailment, to his status condition. Ken's gonna heal himself. And then I'll heal everyone back to near full health or at full health with another Madeira, but I'm taking a huge toll on my SP. I hope I don't run out of SP during this battle at all, because that would just make things so much worse than it already is right now. At least when Junpei on full assault, he's the only one that's attacking, so that's good. Okay, Ken's gonna go down, but I want him in this fight because he's got diorama. So I wonder what a medical powder could do for him. Not that good. He's going down. Bye, Ken. I'll try to bring you back somehow. Junpei's getting some hits in. And I'll go for another diorama. I'm just stalling at this point, I swear. I think I'm just delaying the inevitable. Wait, this thing used evil touch. But I got paralyzed, of course. Paralyzed with fear. That's usually how it goes, but at least I have a chance to move. So I'm gonna use a posture gem for one again. Man, I really gotta go back to the pharmacy at some point. I've been neglecting that for so long. Hopefully, if we're stuck in this loop, then Junpei could be the one that takes this thing down. Maybe that's how things will work out, considering that we're just stuck in an infinite, perpetuous loop of getting damaged, and then Junpei going on the attack, providing he doesn't miss, and then me healing our damage, and just rinse and repeats this horrible cycle that we're trapped in right now. Using Evil Touch again. Thankfully it missed this time. But I don't count myself on surviving if this thing's gonna use another devastating attack. So I'm gonna use not a medical powder, something a little better than that. Sure, let's use an on morsel. Got my HP up, that's good, that's all I wanted. And it used Evil Touch again. Okay then. Suddenly this thing's being real nice, but just as I say that, Junpei of course goes down. That's the 5th time that's happened. At least we're guaranteed to survive another hit, no matter what happens. So I can use this time to bring someone back to life. Oh, where's my balls of life? Oh, there they are. I'll bring Ken back. At least he's got diorama, so I want him in this fight just for that. This will heal one of us if we do get hit.
That wasn't good.
If they heal B, that's good. I gotta find some way to heal him next. It sucks that this thing is gonna go after my turn. I think that's the thing that's hindering me the most. Maybe I got lucky with a decent turn order when I was fighting this thing the first time that would allow me to take it down. That's probably what happened. Okay, I need to heal Ken back up. We'll use an odd morsel for him too, provided he doesn't get inflicted with a side effect. That didn't do much. I thought it would. Well, at least with the sleeping table uses a Maragi die, it's not damaging Junpei that much, since he is a fire user on top of being a physical user as well. So as long as he keeps doing that, then Junpei's fine. Speaking of which, I think Junpei was able to dodge that attack. I, however, wasn't so lucky. Let's keep using the diorama since it's better than just using any other item at this point, at least one that doesn't completely heal me. Junpei, go on the offensive again. I swear, if this method somehow works out, I'm gonna be a little peeved, not gonna lie. But rocking that for the 3rd time, and I'm just getting closer and closer to death, man. Finally, Junpei, you got a crit in! My god, that took you long enough. Man, well, should I go on the attack though? Because if you just attack, it's gonna bring it back up, so I guess I should go on the AoA. Not gonna do that with damage because it's 2-on-1. a huge amount nonetheless. That's good. But now I need to keep myself from dying. Do I have anything else that I want to use only on myself? Something good. Something really, really good. I don't think so. I will use another beat chain then. Why not? Because I have a feeling that this method might not last forever if if I'm staying at the amount of health that I was staying at. I almost had 50 points back then. But that much I know I can heal with a diorama. So I'll switch back to Thought and keep using the diorama. Or I guess I can. They're not going to get any experience out of this fight because of this. Unless this thing decides to use Evil Touch and it got the Junpei. At least Junpei still got the attack.
Patra on Junpei-kun.
But that means this thing's gonna use Ghastly Wail since one of us got feared. Sure, it used to be Patra, why not? I was thinking about bringing someone back to life, but then Junpei would go down. That wouldn't help either of us at all. And Junpei finally get another critical attack in. And that's the thing that kills it. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that somehow worked, and we got a Megi no gem out of that. Plus with a bunch of experience. Unfortunately, Ken and Icus loses out on that. But at least two of us survived, that's all that matters. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little pissed. Because I can't believe that stalling tactic actually worked, and I'm out of SP, great. I can't believe that stalling tactic actually worked. That Junpei, the guy who was missing the most in that fight, was the one that killed the sleeping table. That's the other thing that pisses me off too. Junpei was just being such a huge hindrance throughout that fight, yet he was the one that killed it because of his resistance to fire. And we were able to luck out because that stupid sleeping table decided to use Baraki Dai more times than I thought it would. At least we're past it, so I should be happy, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of mixed about that battle. This looks like the end. Good job, everyone. You can come back to the entrance now. And, of course, since we reached the blockade, we get the next old document, the 6th one. I am so glad we're finally past that stupid sleeping table fight. Now I'm gonna go turn this old document in, and we'll be done for today. Yes, I have, Elizabeth. It wasn't easy, but I was able to get the 6th old document. You've met the deadline as well. Little by little, you're uncovering hidden truths that most humans will never be aware of. What does this world look like from your eyes? I'm sure you see it differently than before. That's the power of knowledge. I can somewhat agree to that, and if those 5 beads would actually have been useful in that fight against the sleeping table. Because it doesn't heal everyone's HP back to max, only just one person. And slight confession, I did complete another request, but it's probably the one you're not thinking of, or probably what you're last thinking of. It's the sword called the Onimaru Kunitsuna, the rare sword that we can find in Yabasha. Which is not entirely true. I actually got this sword from a shuffle time during my expedition in the Zaya block. So that's why I was able to get it. It turns out that these rare swords can not only be found on set floors in the designated block that they'll be first opened at. In this case, this big katana will be available as early as the Yabasha block. But these swords can also be found in shuffle time, I think at least in the block afterwards. So that's why I was able to get that in Zaya. So I'll be sure to keep my eye out on those weapon cards a little more often, because those could be a lot more helpful for me to try to get future rare weapons than try to climb through the block over and over again. Because like I said before, the rare weapons in this game are only available on set floors, even after you accepted the request, which might help increase the odds you find that rare weapon, it doesn't help that much since they're only available on certain floors in the labyrinth, which sucks. So you probably want to rely on shovel time a little more if you're going after all the rare weapons in this game, at least to turn for requests for Elizabeth. But with that being said, we're finally done for today. We're gonna do some fusing next time because this stupid fight took a lot longer than I wanted it to. I'm almost up to an hour in footage at this point. That's how long it's taken me. But then again, this was the most trouble I did have with Sleeping Table in some time. Typical that the one time I record this fight, that happens to be the case. Tis the LP curse, am I right? Nonetheless, next time, we're gonna exit the Dark Hour after we do some Persona fusing, and we're gonna see where life takes us after we finish up in the Dark Hour. Until we meet again, farewell for now.
Once again, I'm back in the lab, cleaning my knives, ready for stabs. I never committed a crime I had to. Out of necessity, I done couple. I plead guilty to Lord in the chapel. Forgiveness given cause I don't look for trouble. Instead finds me, and what I do is fight back. Never look back,